friends, guys and gals, what up, doe? Keith Kalfas here. I want to talk about preparing for springtime before it's too late. Right now, at the time of making this video, it's not even mid-February yet, but I believe that this is crunch time. All the things that you want to do, all the things that you are saying that you were going to do when the winter hits, it's winter right now. And when you're so used to being out in the field and out in battle and selling and running your business in the middle of the heat of the summer, where you don't even have a second to sit down, when the winter comes and you have that time to regroup, catch up on sleep, spend more time with your family, spend more time with yourself, do little hobbies and projects and things that are so important to your heart, you get to do all that stuff. But then we can get confused, and all the days can start to blend together like one long day, and then you get to this point where you're just waiting and begging for spring to come again. And I think it's a rookie mindset. It's not a smart thing to let yourself fall into that mindset. So what I'm talking about here on this live video is the importance of setting hard line boundaries for yourself, for your friends, for your family, of specific things that you need to accomplish before the spring hits, so you're well prepared. And it could be things like anything, your finances, your accounting, your systems, getting on payroll, making sure your insurance is proper, getting your website rebuilt, starting a blog, getting your marketing all dialed in, going through your numbers, figuring out a strategy for hiring new employees. Do you need to pull the trigger and buy a new truck or some new equipment? What do you need to have in place? And moving forward towards doing all that stuff and putting it on a calendar. Open up your calendar and put it on the calendar and start knocking it all out. And you can get a lot done. Then when the spring comes, you'll be glad that you did it. This is dead serious, because you'll just repeat the same year over and over and over. And I know, because I've done this stuff, right? It's easy to fall into depression, into apathy. It's easy to become lazy or, upset because it's not sunny out. And this is almost, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. I don't know where you're at in the country. Let me know in the comments. But this pendulum shift between being soaking wet to bone dry, of crazy swamped in the summer, and then all of a sudden nothing is going on in the winter. It's crazy. It's like taking a gorilla and putting it in a cage for like 4 months and just feeding it. It's a little good gorilla. And the gorilla's all fucking depressed. And then you just let the gorilla out and it goes ape shit. No pun intended. And then by fall, you're completely burned out and begging for winter to come. And then it's just a crazy, maniacal, unhealthy cycle. So it takes creating hard, strict line boundaries for yourself. You might be running off of rules and patterns that the average 9-to-5 or average people don't go through. And as the more you become seasoned in this, and the more you begin to see this. I showed this in the beginning of the video. I was in a hobby shop. This thing actually works. I want to put a camera and make it look real in a video. Put some sound effects in a YouTube video for fun. So, what up, though? I see all you. What's up, long hair juggernaut? I see all you. I see all your comments. I want to say thank you so much for being with me on this journey. This channel just crossed 100,000 subscribers. That's just means so much to me. And I'm going to get the YouTube play button soon, and I'll make a whole video about that. That's going to be dope. Yeah, the Untrapped podcast just crossed 250,000 downloads. That's awesome. If you guys want to start a podcast, your own podcast, dude, I started mine with my phone. I just started talking into the recorder and then uploading it to SoundCloud and Libsyn, and then it became a whole thing. If you want to make YouTube videos, or you want to make videos either for YouTube for fun or for your business, or to market your business, dude, just take out your phone on job sites and just start making videos. It's free to upload to YouTube. And then before you know it, people start subscribing. It can turn into this whole thing, right? And then once you get, I don't know, 7, 8, 10,000 subscribers, and if you really want to go to the next level, you can monetize it and make money off YouTube. YouTube has been awesome to me. I went from, and I still am, a guy who just loves sharing the message of being your own boss and, having freedom in your life, not being under the thumb of a boss, to, because of YouTube, has opened up all these opportunities in my life where I've been flown all over the country over the past 5 years to speak. Excuse me, I'm fixing my camera. To speak on stages. I've got invited to meet all types of amazing people. I've gotten paid by companies, and YouTube sends me checks just for making all these videos. And I'm just a nerd with a camera, right? So that's another cool opportunity, but to not let it get confused from your actual main mission. What up, though? So I just want to say what's up real quick. Hope you guys are doing great. And then just reiterate the fact that spring is going to be here before we know it. And we will definitely be in regret that we did not spend the time very fucking wisely. Very wisely. If you work from home right now, or you got maybe a wife that works from home, or you got family, you got children, you got animals, it's not easy to focus. So you can hear me clear. Okay. It is not easy to focus in your home when you have dogs barking, children yelling, a wife always constantly wanting something from you, and chaos in your environment. I'm sure you love your family, but how are you going to get the deep work done and move the needle forward on your career and on your business and your projects and your dreams if you can't get silence? So in 2015, I went out for a year and a half around my city looking at office space. And office space isn't cheap. And I signed a 6-month contract on a little tiny office. And I was so scared that the next day I had to stop myself from going and begging them to rip up the contract and give me my money back. That's how scared I was. And then I got into this little tiny office and I closed the door. I said, I'm just going to try this thing out because I need silence. And that took my business and my internet business here. I took everything to a whole new level because for the first time, I had absolute silence. Yes, I see you, Tara. Distractions. What's up, Will? What's up? I see eliminating distraction. There's a great book on audible.com. I listen to a lot of audiobooks called Deep Work. Amazing book. So there's different states and levels. There's lines, levels, states, and stages of consciousness. If you're always on the surface dealing with dogs barking and kids crying and your husband or wife, constantly want something, you're taking out the trash, you're scooping cat litter, the mail guy's coming, the phone's ringing, your whole fucking day goes by and you didn't really actually move the needle forward on getting anything done that really, really takes your dreams to the next level. Deep work, deep focus. So I'll tell you a quick story. I wrote and published 3 books now, and they're just fun to read books, but they've a couple of them became Amazon bestsellers. Here's the story. When I wrote that the first 2 books, I locked myself in my office one time for 36 hours straight. My wife was calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. She was crying, accusing me of being an asshole, questioning questioning me, and I literally I got to this point. I'm writing a book. I told you I'm writing a book. I'll be home when I get home. You're a fucking asshole. I can't believe it. We're at home and you're gone. She was freaking out, bro. Because I never do shit like that. I'm always home. I'm at the dinner table every night at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, eating dinner with my wife. We have date nights. It's a very predictable, traditional marriage, folks. It's a great thing. But sometimes I got to go on my mission, right? I'm gone. I'm going to Colorado. I'm gone. I'm about to do this shit again, right? But now she wants to come with me all over the country in our little Toto dogs. It's crazy. But it's okay. We getting paid. All right. So I got this office, and here's what happened. She would call me at 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the office. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm writing a book. She's like, I'll talk normal. She's like, well, how much have you written? I'm like, nothing yet. What do you mean? You've been in the office for 4 hours, Kalfas. Now she's suspicious. I've been with this woman 10 years. She's suspicious. What do you mean you've been in the office 4 hours? And what have you been doing? You want to know the truth? I've been sitting here in anxiety with my skin bubbling off my arms and my sympathetic nervous system and my heart pounding, just trying to come down from the emotional addictive high or low of just dealing with you. No, I didn't say that. But dealing with all the conflicting thoughts and emotions and the things from your survival and everything. And it literally took me, I don't know about you, you might be able to do this instantaneous, 3 to 4 hours of just sitting there doing nothing, staring at the computer screen, just to calm down. And then at some point, if you study consciousness and meditation, at some point, I came online. Oh my God, I'm here. You get out of this psychological time where you become completely present. What up, Dow? Okay, you become completely present and you realize that you're here now. My friend, Coach Rob, he's an NLP certified neurolinguistic master hypnotherapist, private mastery coach. I'm going to see him this evening and I'm paying him. We're going to go through conscious practices and structures. We're going to do rehearsals face to face. He's going to interrogate me and I'm going to practice staying calm in the face of his interrogation. He's going to use casuistry and sophistry to try to throw me off my stance. And so we can train my subconscious and my nervous system how to deal with just the next level, right? Because this stuff is subconscious. I shouldn't have told you all that stuff because I'm using the winter to go through personal development and develop becoming holistically integrated. Because there's parts, here I'll tell you, there's parts of me going all the way back to my childhood that I have fear of abandonment and fear of unlove. I felt ignored as a child. I felt like abandoned and shit. Like we lived in homeless shelters. We lived in my mom's car. I've slept on people's couches, and then my mom died of a heroin overdose, right? So I'm not even aware, but I have these conflicting patterns that are stopping me from getting to the next level of my success. I should be doing $1 million a year right now, and my goal this year is $500,000, and I only did $250,000 last year, right? And for where I'm at, I should be doing way more. And we're analyzing this now and finding out that what's going on is deeper patterns and pathologies inside of the nervous system, and we're working on ironing that stuff out. So that's another reason of I'm talking about with deep work and focusing on getting stuff done. There's only so much action you can take of trying to get things done in your life until you just get burned out and your nerves become shot. What got you here won't get you there. If you want to take your business, for instance, from 0 to 100,000, you can get there just by working your tail off. But if you want to go from 100 to 150 or 200,000 or $250,000 and beyond, what got you here won't get you there. There has to be some strategy in place. You have to learn how to delegate, how to hire people. You have to learn the admin side of the business and marketing and how to sell and increase your rates and figure out what your man-hour rate is. And you have to do more and more things, or you have to do less and less things. So if you have some residual pathologies in your nervous system that are stopping you from doing that, and you get really stressed out, then you're not going to be able to deal with different types of pressure, right? Jim Quick, his book Limitless, I love it. I just got that on Kindle. Thank you. I gotta read it now. I only read a little bit of it. So, and besides, I'm making so much money with this cryptocurrency, dog. I don't even know how to handle it. I have a cryptocurrency addiction. I admit it right now. Yesterday, I'm going to get back to what I was going to say. 2 days ago, I went and I bought some Dogecoin. So I transferred $1,000 to my Robinhood account. I was like, I got to buy $1,000 in Dogecoin right now, Dogecoin. So I couldn't get myself to do it. I was like, okay, 250. No, don't be a bitch, Kalfas. 500. Don't be a bitch. Ah! So I pressed the button. I bought 500 in Dogecoin, and then overnight it dropped by 10%. I was like, I cannot invest any more money in this crypto, dog. I'm buying some Tesla. I'm buying me some all types of shit, bro. What do I got? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, some altcoins, Dogecoin. I should pull out my Coinbase account, and I got it transferred into a private wallet. And then we've got some S&P 500, some I started a Vanguard account. I'm investing in Vanguard Star Fund, and what else? Just putting money into crypto, stock market, and to silver too, and really enjoying the process. Wish I would have started this a long time ago. I started buying crypto in 2017, and it's an interesting thing because so here's another thing. My bookkeeper, he's a finance major, Dan Platta. He's a genius. Dude. I'll put his link below if you need a bookkeeper for your business. Blue Skies Bookkeeping, and I am an affiliate of them, so they like send me $100 if you sign up. But nonetheless, it's amazing. Maybe I can't tell you his personal information, but I'll just, because he didn't give me permission to say this, but he taught me something interesting. He said that if you have a service business, and this is pretty wise. If you get all obsessed with crypto and stocks, sure, that's a cool thing, but you are probably going to get a better return on your investment with the amount of time you're spending dealing and thinking about all this. Just running your service business and developing a few, just redefining some systems and creating a high ticket offer and just crushing that thing over and over and over and over and over in your service business, at least for these years, you'll probably get a better return. You get what I'm saying? There is no such thing as get rich quick for the most part. And anytime you think that you're going to get rich quick, you might be deceiving yourself. So, and then another thing I learned with crypto is, how did I get off on this tangent? I must have wanted to talk. When you start making massive gains or anything, to peel off little percentages of profit on the way up, transfer that back into your account or to a more stable stock. This is what I'm learning. I'm not advising anybody. I don't say, but I bought a course on cryptocurrency just to round this out. And it was somebody who's literally made like $152,000 in a day last week. And he was talking about, this is Mike Dillard, by the way. He was saying that the emotional high that you get, the hyper house, what's that? That's dope. The emotional high and the dopamine and the serotonin rush and the addictive rush, you cannot get yourself to sell when it's time to cash out or peel off a profit. And he's literally watched people ride it all the way to the bottom and lose all their money. He said there's people taking out home equity lines of credit, maxing out credit cards, doing anything they could to get money to put it in this get rich quick type of mentality. So with all things being said, it's so important to always look at your numbers and have a predefined amount that you allow yourself to invest, and don't ever invest any more than you can afford to just lose at the casino is kind of the rule of thumb. And I'm really glad that I got that advice, because about a month ago, your boy Kalfas I was up till 8:30 in the morning. I didn't sleep all night looking at the live Bitcoin. Dude, I would argue with you that I don't have an addictive personality. I really don't think I do. I'm a workaholic, but I don't have an addictive personality. I was up till 8:30 in the morning. Look, I was checking crypto. I finally went to sleep. It was like 4 in the morning. I'm like, woke up again. I'm grabbing my phone, logging in. Oh my God, I forgot my passcode. And I'm watching go, and I'm zooming out, I'm zooming. And if you know anything about stocks and crypto, this thing grabbed me, dude, like an addiction. And I said, I have a problem. I need to cash out. So I pulled out $1,000 in profit, right? And then I don't know. And then immediately it kept going up. Why did I pull that out? I started regretting it. Try pocket option, foo. Yeah, so get rich quick equals waste of time and money. EJK, you're in cuff lockdown. Yeah. Yep. So if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. So everybody's an expert when they're making money. Can you control the emotions when it's going down or when you're losing? Postcards versus digital marketing? Storm, I think they're both great. How do I get my name out there? Kazeo. It's not about getting your name out there. It's about getting their names in here. So you can go and spend a bunch of money on marketing and advertising and just, if you read the book, Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins, or is it Eugene Schwartz? They're marketing and advertising gurus going all the way back to the early 1900s. This is all principle-based marketing. You're not advertising or you're not marketing to a standing army. You're advertising to a moving parade. It's constantly new people coming and going. They're looking at your ads, your marketing, your postcard, your flyers, your website, and they're coming. And when they come past, you're qualifying them based off of your messaging and communication. This is all very important stuff to look at this winter and say, what does my website look like? What does my marketing look like? Is it all cohesive and congruent with the same fonts and colors and patterns, the same type of calls to action? Am I testing different calls to action? What are people perceiving when they come to my website? Am I attracting the right type of client? My customer avatar. Who is my right type of client, right? What is their age? How much money do they make? Where do they live? What's the zip code? What do they like? What are their interests? What are their patterns? What's going on? How do you enter the conversation that's already going on inside of the mind of your perfect prospect? And when you can communicate that and sub-communicate that on in all of your marketing materials, whether it be physical or digital, when they come, they should have one thought, and that's, oh, I must be in the right place. I'm in the right place. This is good. If you do put out a postcard, the copy, which is salesmanship in print, the pictures, the copy, and everything should be so good, or have some type of offer or coupon or something going on that's so good that they'll actually save that thing and put that thing aside, and then you should send them more of those. This shit gets expensive. That's why I do some postcard marketing, mostly digital marketing, but they shouldn't want to look anywhere else when they come to your website. And it should scare away or push away or reject or disqualify the people who aren't a good fit. That's okay. You don't want everybody. You just want the somebodies. And when they come through and you filter down, condense them into a funnel, by the time you get on the phone with these people, they call you or they call your office for a quote. They're already pre-qualified and they already know what to expect. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:36 p.m.
Okay, I got a little bit of time. I got to get on a Zoom call with Aaron Parker from the Lean Mean Academy. He's got an awesome YouTube channel, and we're going to actually, that's what I'm doing in a half an hour. We're going on a Zoom call for 2 hours, and we're going to go through all the copywriting on my websites and sales pages to make sure it's converting properly. And the psychology and communication makes sense, right? How much would you charge for ripping out an arborvitae? Anywhere from 65 to 100. If it's huge, 150. I've done 250, but an average of $85 for maybe a 12-foot arborvitae, because you might do a whole row of them, right? But if we have, a $500 minimum to do any type of landscaping job, unless it's like a neighbor right there, something really quick and local, then I would do something for $300, but we better be in and out quick, under 1 hour, because when you take the time to understand how much did it cost you, your customer acquisition cost. What's up, Ditch the Itch? How much did it cost you to acquire that customer? How much time did you spend with them on the phone? How much time do you spend giving them a quote, communicating with them, going to their property and quoting their property and preparing the quote? We prepare our quotes, quick plug on Jobber. If you need a CRM software to run your business on, go to getjobber.com bookeping.com/Keith. I'll put a link below. You get a free trial, 20% off your first 6 months with my link. Check it out. But anyways, you prepare the quote on your CRM software, send it to them, talk to them again, follow them up. Then they say yes or no, and then they want to add or subtract. All this shit you have to do just to go rip out the one arborvitae, like you just asked. And then by the time, how long did it actually take you? It might take you 10 minutes to rip out the arborvitae, but it took you 3 or 4 hours of communication time. So that's why you start establishing minimums and then establishing field service areas and all these hardline boundaries and what's the word? Policies in your business, because you'll think you're making money doing all this stuff. But here's the funny part. Here's the interesting thing. And I tell this to new guys that I coach that are just getting started, because that's like my passion. I'm like the startup guy, is just get out there and do it. Because the funniest thing is you might be not making any money ripping out one arborvitae, but you're ripping out one arborvitae in a neighborhood in prime time where you have all the neighbors looking at you. And if you have magnets on your truck and you've got your name on your shirt and a company hat and you've got business cards, the neighbors will come out like zombies saying, how much to do mine to? You're like, oh, well, I just ripped out one arborvitae, but you've got 20 arborvitaes that need to be ripped out, trimmed, planted, trim a tree, remove it, landscaping, retaining wall, cut the lawn, whatever it is. And now all of a sudden you like, there's this neighborhood down the street, my favorite neighborhood to work on we went in this neighborhood in the spring and we were stuck in this neighborhood for like, I know it was over a month. It was a 6-week period we were in this neighborhood because we went there and did one job. We were just trimming some shrubs and putting some mulch down for one client. The neighbor came up, then another neighbor came up, then another came up. So my crew was working and I just went around all day. It was actually pretty stressful. And all I was doing was walking around with a clipboard, giving all the neighbors quotes. And I literally couldn't even sit down for a second. And every day we were there, more and more and more neighbors came out and they liked our work. And then they put it on the Facebook page. And now I locked down, we did, I don't know, 50 grand in work in this one neighborhood. And I didn't do any advertising. But then I had this crazy idea. So this is another trick. Go on signsonthecheap.com and get bandit signs. They're these like chloral plast signs. You could stick them in the ground and go buy like 20 of them bitches, right? And you're working in the neighborhood. Go drive to the entrances of the subdivision and put them in the entrances. Put them out on the street. Put them in front of your customer's property. Put it on your truck. Put it on your forehead, right? And then go and now you can go on Send Jim and you can run postcards to that neighborhood. You can run Facebook ads targeted to that neighborhood. You can get on the Facebook page. You could do digital. You could do whatever you want. And now you could pass out door hangers and you could just bomb dominate the same neighborhood over and over and over. They see your truck or trucks. They see the bandit signs. They got ads coming at them. They're just like, it's like an action movie. And that's how you permeate into a neighborhood. Like instead of thinking wide, how do I get all of this? No, just find the specific neighborhoods you want to work in and just keep hammering them. And that's how you get the route density. So instead of you become like a sewing machine. You just embroidering your name all over that little 5 square mile radius. And dude, I spent 5 years driving all the way out to the rich neighborhoods. And we got so much work out there, dude. I was losing so much time paying employees, sitting in a truck and wasting gas and sitting at red lights and sitting in traffic because I was told by other contractors, you know, if your average ticket per job is over, I don't know, 5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, like I said, my friend Eric has a roofing company. His average roof could be $25,000. He does these monster roofs. He doesn't mind sending a whole crew an hour out. Just like some companies, they'll go sleep in hotel rooms. They'll go out of state. But what is their average ticket? What's the profit margin? It's inconvenient money, but they're still making money. If you're cutting lawns or you're trimming shrubs or cleaning windows or you're doing this or cleaning carpets or doing these things, you need tight route density like a sewing machine so you can money, no drive time. So that's what they talk about, volume. So expand the top as you dissolve the bottom. You dissolve the bottom as you expand the top. That's why you need P&L statements. You need numbers. You need, what up, though? Window cleaning. Anthony Heyman in the house, dog. Anthony Heyman's in the house. He's laughing. I can hear him. He's probably literally in the freezing cold. Anthony Heyman will send me a picture on if he's still on Snapchat, and he'll literally have like ice picks, and he's climbing up the side of somewhere at Niagara Falls. And he's like, "What up, down? What up, down?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing? It's June. It's June. You're supposed to be working, Anthony." He's like, "Oh yeah." Anthony Heyman goes out and he cleans these. How he does window cleaning, and He's charging like $450 per house. Motherfucker walks in like this. Getting paid, dude. This motherfucker, $450. And then he has the nerve. Goes on Instagram and takes out his guitar. I'm thinking about the song day long. I envy your life, Anthony. It must be nice to be, how old are you, 23 now? Congratulations. You can get paid having your own service business. Any broke thoughts that you might be thinking, I'm not saying that's you, any scarcity mindset of how there ain't no money out here, my area's broke, it's all bullshit, dude, because I'm telling you, if you go in the neighborhood, you got 100 houses, middle class, upper middle class, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can talk to one customer and give him a quote or whatever. And this customer will be like, "Oh my God, you're a ripoff. You're a scam artist. I would never pay that. I'm looking for the cheapest guy possible." Like, and you'll start thinking that the whole neighborhood, this is black or white thinking, victim thinking, red or green, this or that. If you read The Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker, he says that successful or wealthy people think in terms of holistically, like, how can I have both? Or they think in terms of gradients. So you go right to the next door neighbor. They don't answer the door. The next door neighbor, you give them a quote and you give them a fair price. And they're like, $1,000. That's all? This is great. And then now you're literally doing a job. Like, you're pissed off. Like, this customer would have paid more. How much more? I've literally had clients come out and tell me that they'll pay another company or paid another company double what I've quoted them or charged them and rub it in my face laughing. And my mind, I would be so emotionally torn apart and complex. I would go insane about this because I don't understand why I'm working in the same neighborhoods. What I'm saying is you can have 100 different people and they all live in similar looking houses, completely different socioeconomic stratus. Some of these people, you have like filthy, stinking, rich, wealthy people who are totally greedy and penny pinchers, and they won't come off a nickel. They want the cheapest price possible. Then you have someone who's just middle class and really busy. They'll pay you top dollar and go out and tip you and all your guys $100 bills saying thank you so much and order pizzas. Then you'll have the next customer, totally different results. So once you understand this is all just numbers and data, you can filter and screen out and emotionally detach from this whole fucking process and look at it as just a numbers game. How quickly can you divorce yourself from chaos and just look at it as numbers? If it doesn't work, get the fuck out. Go make money. If a customer rips you, I get messages on Facebook all the time. "Oh my God, this customer's not paying me. I've been sending them invoices for 3 weeks. They're ripping me off, Kalfas. Should I call an attorney?" I'm like, "How much do they owe you?" $350. I'm like, "Oh my God, that sounds like a problem. The problem's with you. Just send them an invoice and go make money, dude. Go make money." Because every minute that you worry about shit that's broken or isn't working is another minute that you're not going and making money. How quickly can you divorce yourself from chaos, cut your losses, and just go make money? It's this interesting thing. I'm reading your comments. I'm having fun here. I haven't been on YouTube Live in a minute now. Yeah, dog. 5 rounds on every job. Back to one other thing, knowing your numbers. Big move for me that changed. I wish I would have done it earlier. 1, payroll. trying to run payroll yourself and deal with the state taxes and the unemployment insurance agency and work comp and all that you do, it's like insanity to try to save a few dollars. Just hire a payroll service. I'll put a link in the description below. I have a payroll rep from ADP. She's awesome. She'll walk you through the whole process of how to get set up. Give me a day or two. I'm going to get set up. I'll have a link below if you want to get set up on payroll. Just pay a company to do it all and manage it all. Then you just bi-weekly run payroll for you or your employees, or have your office manager do it. And then all the state taxes, everything is all filed and taken care of. It's still a pain in the ass because you got to get all the shit all set up. Easy. Other stuff. Some of these payroll companies provide work comp, right? You could just roll it all into your policy and it automatically comes out in every paycheck, right with the taxes and everything else. You don't have to worry about it. But trying to stress yourself the hell out so you can save a couple dollars on, well, maybe I don't need work comp. Maybe I can, or general liability and all that stuff is like cheap anyways. But as soon as you know your numbers and you do all the math and you do your books, you can see it. So hiring a bookkeeper, back to that, was a huge step that when I did all that, I could finally get out of emotion and get out of speculation and get to scientific, what is every single penny coming out and what's going out, what's the gross profit margin, what's the net profit margin, what are my admin costs, what is payroll, what is equipment, fuel, everything. You can see it all in black and white with a P&L statement, and then you have a balance sheet. And looking at this stuff changed my life, because it finally, if you're a creative person who likes just to go work and create things, and when it comes to like numbers and QuickBooks, that stuff stresses you out, like your brain isn't designed for that, then you need to figure out how to get yourself over the hump where you can just hire somebody to help you do that stuff. Or you're going to be trapped continually in fear and anxiety. I give you anxiety. I'm just fired up there. I had 2 cups of coffee. Leave me alone, man. I'm trying to be helpful here. Jesus. You finally get over the hump of, you want me to calm down? You finally get over the hump of anxiousness where you hire someone to help you do that shit, man. Here's another thing. The phone. Who, not how. That's what Joshua Latimer says. Joshua Latimer got that from Dan Sullivan's Strategic Coach. That's the book, Who, Not How. It's a phenomenal book. You got to read it. So the phones. There's companies like Pink Collars and Jill's Office. I'll put a link below this video. You like all these plugs, don't you? To Jill's Office. They're professionally trained, organized virtual assistants who deal with customers and businesses just like yours every single day, and they pick up the phone. Thank you for calling Kalfas Professional Services. This is Jill. How can I help you? And then they literally deal with your customer. We do landscaping and window cleaning. They literally will sell window cleaning jobs over the phone to customers, qualify, give them the prices. And I just look on my calendar. I'll be on a job site and I'll look. Oh, there's a new customer booked for window cleaning. $349, and it's booked for Wednesday. They're already qualified. It's already done. And now you don't have to put the secretary or a receptionist on payroll. You don't have to go lease an expensive office. They just do it however many hours you buy per month. I'll put a link in the description below to Jill's office. Man, I'm really putting myself on the hook here. And then they can help you do that. And then if it gets too expensive or overwhelming, you can just shut it off. So we have all these options for us today that people even 10 years ago did not have this available to them. We have it easy. We have it so easy. There's so much right here on YouTube, anything that we want to know. So anyways, my friends, we've been on here for 40 minutes. Flip 698420. You just hired your first accountant and bookkeeper, and it's made everything a little bit smoother. That's what I do. I'm calling up my accountant. I have 2 accountants. They're a team, and they're business consultants. I'm making lists. I'm calling them up. Oh, hey, it's Kalfas again. I know I'm calling you like 3 times this week. I got a question. What's going on, Keith? Yes, So let's say this and this and this happens, and what about this, and how do I do this, and what does it mean, and what does this form mean? Like, I'm asking them as many questions as I can, and excited to learn. There's a great book called Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright on audible.com. I'll put a link in the description below to audible.com. It's an amazing book, dude. You get excited about paying taxes. What's up, Bill Hall? So, this is exciting. Oh, my wife's home. She just brought the dogs home from the groomer. They're going to look fantastic. But, here. My nose is running. I got to jump on the Zoom call. I got to go. I'm so fired up and excited. Let's see how the doggies look. Are they doing? Oh, they look fantastic. Oh, did you look? Nice. Later. Later, guys. Thanks for hanging out.